It's a forward-looking organization, and our mission is to champion a culture of excellence.
And that's the one thing that I just truly love about the South Dakota Hall of Fame is the recognition of people that have had some incredible successes.
It's a great place in South Dakota that acknowledges and recognizes people that have mentored and set a landscape for the state of South Dakota.
It's talking about people that they know, that they admire, and the opportunity to have those stories told to young people so they can envision what they want to do with their lives.
Founded in 1974 and named by the South Dakota Legislature as the official state Hall of Fame, the Hall's original function was to recognize outstanding South Dakotans for their contribution to our state. Since that time, the Hall has honored over 700 inductees and expanded its mission to not only recognize excellence, but to influence others to embrace excellence as a core value.
And I think it's a great model for the youth of the state to be able to look at and dream and say, I can achieve that if I work hard. And I think that's the thing I really appreciate about the Hall, giving kids that dream to believe in themselves and they can accomplish anything.
And I use the example of an Elmer Carl. And I said, just think about this for a minute. You're talking about a TV and appliance store starting in Gregory, South Dakota, having a chain of these stores in rural communities and having tremendous success for 50 and 60 years. I mean, just think about that concept. People would say, well, that's not possible. And yet not only is that possible, Elmer Carl and his family have done that. And if you want the opportunity to talk to him, you can do that in South Dakota.
Well, the point of the Hall of Fame is to use these examples to change the future.
This is telling the stories of South Dakotans, people that many people know. As we're talking to people about investing in the Hall of Fame, investing in our endowment and our programming.
Our annual honor ceremony inducts a select group of new champions of excellence each year. Our Legacy of Achievements program tells the continuing stories of our inductees. These personal stories are available online and in the Visitor and Education Center. Special exhibits focus on the areas of achievement, such as agriculture, business, Native Americans, education, political leaders, and women. Their stories can inspire, educate, and build local connections in our fast-paced global world. Our Legends and Learning program offers teachers a South Dakota history curriculum using online interactive tools for storytelling and learning. Our Acts of Excellence program recognizes individual deeds and actions that demonstrate excellence throughout the state.
The Hall of Fame can be an incredible jewel for the state of South Dakota. But it's because we've got so many great stories, so many great examples of accomplishments of people throughout the state. But now it's driving those examples down to everyone in the state so they understand that they can do these things too.
You know, we're only one of 3 states in the union that actually recognize people for their accomplishments. And that makes me even more proud of South Dakota and what the Hall of Fame does.
What we want to do is get the kids of the state to dream and start thinking, South Dakota is where I want to be. You look at how giving it is, they take care of their neighbors, and we can accomplish any goals that we have in mind.
If you think about the people that have had success in South Dakota, a success in their life, they've typically done it for the right reasons here. They've done it because they wanted to grow a business, they wanted to give back to society, they wanted to make their communities better. If you look at all the aspects of the Hall of Fame, those are the attributes, those are the solid foundation of values that make a difference.
Well, how many times do you get an opportunity to do something really big in your lifetime? That's what we're trying to do. Something really, really big.
The South Dakota Hall of Fame to champion a culture of excellence in South Dakota.
Good evening, everybody. Before I start my remarks, there's going to be a special assessment sent to Elmer Carl for the free advertising that he got from this event. When we began to change the South Dakota Hall of Fame from a inward, backward-looking organization to a forward, life-changing organization, I consulted with a number of people, one of which was Dana Dykhouse. And Dana told me that when you're talking to somebody about a vision, you tell the same story, you tell it over and over and over and over again. And just about the time you think that everyone is going to gag the next time they hear it, they finally get it. And so I've taken that to heart, and anybody who knows me and talks about the Hall of Fame is going to hear exactly the same thing every time. And it's a great story. Culture. Every organization, every unit in the world has a culture. Your family has a culture, your business has a culture, your school, they all have cultures. South Dakota has a culture that's identifiable. These cultures happen by happenstance or on purpose. The people who are inducted here created a culture of excellence by deliberation. What we want to do is inspire so many people to pursue the values of excellence, to make it a core value, that so many people believe in it, that it becomes a readily identifiable part of South Dakota culture. Now, I know this is a big dream, but this organization, the South Dakota Hall of Fame, is uniquely positioned to pursue it. We're divided by geography and gender and race and politics and our occupations, but everybody who's in the Hall of Fame has one thing in common. They pursued excellence. They valued excellence. And so here's our dream. We want this to become a place, South Dakota, that values excellence and pursues it to the extent that it's an identifiable part of our culture. Now, to me, that's pretty exciting. And I hope you find it the same. Not surprising, this kind of enterprise takes money. I'm proud to announce that we've launched, just a year ago, we launched an initial endowment campaign that will help defer some of our costs to allow our staff to do more work, more programming to champion excellence and to get more people thinking about the value of excellence. I can announce proudly tonight that we've raised $2 of the $3 million. Now, you might note that that's $1 million short. That's why I'm standing up here. If you catch this vision, it's different from what you're doing from your churches and your universities and your local charities. This is the long game. This is a big dream that's going to take time. But together, we can make this happen. So if you have an interest in participating in helping us change the culture, please contact one of the board members or our staff. Thank you.